Good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, y'all, we haven't been on since Friday. And Friday, you were out and about running around and doing the darn thing.
Mm-hmm. Me and good old Come On and Anthony, we all went fishing. We took our boys to go fishing too, so it was a good guys trip. Yeah. However, none of us caught a fish, but it is what it is.
Wah, wah, wah.
We had a good time regardless, all right?
Yeah, and I got all the baking and stuff done for the wedding / baby shower. Yep. It was a really great day being able to chill, by myself and handle all the business, It was great. It was really great. And the wedding and the baby shower, that was this last weekend. It was Saturday.
Yeah.
Brittany looked so beautiful.
It was amazing. It was a good baby shower, and it was absolutely beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was a good time.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to, again, Jamie with O'Rourke's Littlefield for helping out my mom so much. And also Lori, my sister Dawn's friend, she watches the show and she watches the Fram Bam. And also she's Dawn's friend. So she came out and she helped out Dawn a lot with all of the baby shower setup, like decor and stuff, the table. And my Auntie Lonnie came from Arizona and got to spend some time with her too. So it was a great weekend. All of Colin's family came out. Well, a lot of them, his mom and dad and some of his cousins and aunt and his siblings and stuff. So, and then some of their childhood friends, and I don't know, it was a great time.
It was a good time. It was crazy seeing all of them,
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen all of them.
Yeah, some of them are grown up and married and have kids of their own now. It's
pretty crazy.
It's crazy. It's good though. It was really good. The wedding went off really fabulously. Anthony and Roxanne did a lot of the cooking. David helped out too. Come on. Mike and Lissa were there. They brought the kids. We all hung out,
It was a great time. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was beautiful. I mean, it was every time we, we're part of a wedding or, get invited to a wedding or anything else like that, it's always one of those sentimental. Thank you. Moments, very
it's very sweet.
Very sweet moment,
And we're all ready and excited to welcome in the new baby. So
we also did some other stuff on Sunday. It was a lot more of like the relax, after the baby shower and the wedding and all the madness and all the craziness and whatnot. It was, let's try to relax a little bit,
Yeah.
Because you had your plate full, like no tomorrow.
I did.
That was you needed to relax a little bit, and I took a little bit off your shoulders, and I went down into the garden area, and I did something.
Yep. Gary planted all them plants, and so now it's down in the garden area. We'll show you guys that here in a little bit. Today we're just trying to mosey this morning. This weekend was really big and busy. And we're gonna have a very big and busy week this week.
Yeah.
So something kind of happened with our order, though.
Yeah, we didn't get our order last week.
Yeah, which was honestly kind of a good thing because I was really sweating it, man. I was sweating it thinking that on Friday when the guys were out fishing that,
It's like, man, I'm going to have this order come
I'm going to be like, man, it's going to be me and not Todd trying to empty that freaking, that trailer. I'll be by myself,
But, no, it's, I called him this morning just checking on things. I'm like, am I going to get it this morning, early this week, or later this week, or what's up, And the zip board is holding things up a little bit.
Well, it didn't help, that Gary's ordering like a pallet of it, so he had to, it wasn't like he could just throw what he had on hand. He has to order this much, so that way he could just pass it off to you and then like leave what's on his shelf alone for other people to buy like a piece at a time. Because we're in a really small community. Yeah. It's not like, when we do go to Home Depot and they have like rows upon rows of it.
He's pre-thinking ahead for me.
Yeah.
Where he's like...
Like,
he's ordering a pallet, but I have a feeling he might need more.
Yep.
Let's leave this on here.
Yeah. So that way, when he comes back and when other people come, I'll have something for him.
They did have the Weather Logic board. And it wasn't much of a difference between the two, but it was a little bit of a difference. I think he said it was like only $30 a board versus like 33, like $32.98 or whatever. No, it adds up, but we already had all the zip board, you know, I don't want to like start matching things now when it's like, you know, I don't know.
No, I wanted you to get zip board.
I mean, that's the only reason why.
That's what we've been using this whole time. I don't want to change it now.
From what I understand, the weather logic is pretty much exactly like zip board.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'll just use this. I'll just use zip board. Oh, that's it. So it'll be all right.
We're waiting on that now. So we're going to have to, you know, pivot again. We were expecting this week to be able to get back to work on the decking. We do got the brackets and stuff that we need for it. We're waiting on the lumber now. So since we already did what we could do over in the 100 chicken area, that's waiting on the metal, which is coming
also on this order. That's coming.
And we're waiting on that. I think this week, depending on when we get the materials, right? We might just still continue to push forward on the build, but we're going to go to the other side, I think, this week. And since we don't really need anything for that.
Augering out some holes and get the footings lined up and situated so we can get the concrete going, because that's going to have to cure before we can start building on over there.
Yeah. And Pops, thank you so much. Pops gave us that awesome mixer and we haven't even used it yet. And then, you know, you went with David and MT and you guys got all that concrete. So we have materials that we could...
we got all the materials needed.
So
we just need to get it going.
Yeah, so we can start working on that again while we're in between waiting on materials. I know it's kind of frustrating for some of you guys. We do hear it like, oh, you guys, you know, either we don't finish what we start or you guys are jumping around from too many things. It's hard to follow along. And for that, I apologize, but that's life, man. That's just life.
Especially homestead life.
Yeah, we're trying to do all the things.
Trying to get everything situated as much as possible.
Yeah.
And it works out nice because it's, you know, when it's all said and done, it hopefully will be all said and done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not, oh, all right, sweet. We did all this work to get a house done, you know, we whooped our butts. Now we got to whip our butts outside to where it's like, you only got so much time outside to do it. You know, when like certain outside things.
Yeah. When spring's springing, it's springing.
It's springing. So, but today, like, because we're in between, right, and everything else, I can get a lot of my measurements together. I can get a lot of like numbers together today, as well as there's some other things that I want to try to attend to before, you know, it overtakes everything, which I'm talking about, you know, mowing the grass.
Oh, yeah, some yard maintenance type stuff before it starts turning into
before it becomes this huge project where it's going to take me hours and hours to do.
Yeah, just get it done while it'll take you like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I should be able to go over everything and get it mowed down pretty quick and easily, you know.
Yep.
So there's some stuff like that, you know, and we do have some other things going on the backside, you know.
It just really depends on when we get the lumber order, like when this week. But I think this week,
from what he said, it could be early this week, which from what I understand on his delivery schedules, because this isn't the first time, it could come tomorrow into Wednesday, depending on the time that he gets his order tomorrow, or if it gets pushed back to Wednesday that he gets his delivery.
Then we'll get it Thursday.
Then we might get it on Wednesday if it gets pushed back. It'll be like first thing on Wednesday if he gets it dropped off. But then it's also like Thursday though. They do it like Tuesday and Thursday is their deliveries for the most part though. So we might get it tomorrow. We might get it on Thursday. So it's one of those.
Either way, Gary and I are just sitting here. We're trying to figure out the week's plans, right? Especially coming after a big, really fulfilling weekend like we did. And then finding ourselves in the in-between of these material deliveries and stuff. And I think I think that you should do all of the maintenance stuff that you were talking about. Get the mowing and all that
Get
stuff
everything
done
said and done. Well, it ain't raining. It's supposed to rain, you know. And that's another thing is like
fighting the rain too.
Fighting the rain, and I don't want to mow damp grass or anything else like that. It's gonna freaking kill my lawnmower.
Clog everything up.
You know, so
I think that would be good. And then tomorrow, I guess if we don't get that order, then we can go over to the front and start augering holes and getting those holes since you'll get the numbers together today.
And since we're messing with the auger, we might as well bring that auger down over to the chicken coop / goat pen area and auger those 2 holes real quick and get a post in there.
For that fencing over there?
Get those in real quick. That way the auger is done.
Yeah.
You know, trying to keep things in line and not having to, you know, run back and forth from one thing to another, and we're trying to keep it as lined as possible. But things happen and orders happen, and
we don't got ducks in a row. We got squirrels out of Rave.
That's a good way to look at it. It's a disco rave, all right.
It's a disco.
Over here, over there, over there, over here.
There you go. That's legit.
Oh man.
Anyhows.
But yeah, I have to run into town early this morning, and I'm gonna go get some animal feed.
Yep.
Because it's that monthly thing, you know, where we gotta go get feed for all the animals. Oh man, I messed my hair all up. It was all whoop. There it goes.
Whoop, there it is.
But yeah, got to get all that going, and then I'll be able to come back and start hitting it on all the other stuff.
And the animal stuff and everything. I got a bunch of dishes I got to do. I got a bunch of house domestic stuff that I got to do since the kids are gone, and this weekend was just such a crazy in and out, come in here, go in there. There's, you know, a reset needing to happen. So
and today's a beautiful day to do a lot of outside work. So.
I know. So when you come back from the store and you get situated with all that, because you know that's not going to take you too long. This afternoon we'll go out to the front and we'll start maybe staking some stakes down for where we need to auger. So tomorrow morning it's just like wake up and auger and get stuff done, pending delivery, of course.
No.
You know.
Oh, it really just depends on that.
Yeah, that's honestly
on that delivery, and I'm hoping that we can auger in the front. It just depends on the deck size of everything else. We might be hand digging that.
Shovel life reclaimed. Yeah, there's a lot of rock over there.
Well, there's that pipe that I'm worried about right there.
Yeah.
Our water pipe.
Good thing is
I
that,
tried
you know,
spacing
we recorded everything, and so you can, and I know, but the thing is that with the cameras don't do it justice. It's hard to decide, like,
I want to say what I did was
for instance, I have to like look up to see the top of the mountain, but like from sitting here, it looks like it's.
Yeah. I want to say I put it 10 feet away from the house or the block to where it would be out of the way if we did a 6-foot or 8-foot deck, you know. But did I do that, or did I do 8 feet to be in between?
Good thing we have the videos to go and find out.
I can't remember. I mean, I can guesstimate because I know like where everything is in a sense, right? Just pop a line. Pipe is in that area, vicinity, you know, but because I know where it comes out of the meter or
I hope we don't hit our water.
Thing. I really hope not, dude.
That would suck.
That would really, really suck. But at the same time, I have all the fittings and everything to fix it if I do, but I don't want to.
I don't think we will.
I don't want to.
I don't think we're going to. I think that's just something that we're hoping that doesn't happen, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, did Gary pre-think this one correctly?
Most of the time you do, so.
For the most part, everything hits perfectly right where I expected it to be, but you never know, all right? You never know. I'm just saying.
It sounds like he's overthinking again.
I might. When it comes to down in the house, all right, I try to keep it simple, but I stray away from that. All the other projects, I try to really, really keep it more on that keep it simple. But
along the lines of the keep it simple, I was looking on the comments this morning. I did a little bit of office stuff as far as comments and like emails and stuff like that. Reading, at least. And somebody was wondering, anyway, it reminded me of that video that we just last did, because you were talking about keep it simple, right? So in that last video, we were talking about keep it simple, and somebody mentioned, you know, if you're trying to keep simple, then why are you putting up the wood on top of the metal frame? Why don't you just screw the metal to the metal? Why are we even bothering with framing it all out with wood like that?
Mainly because of the direction that I'm putting the metal. If I put it long ways like that, I could have, right? But then
stretch it along the bottom, in the same direction that we put up the wood.
Then the ripples are on the downward slope.
It'll catch all the
It
water.
would catch water, and then it has a better chance of leaking and whatnot. So trying to keep it as simple as possible, but as good as possible at the same aspect wise.
Yeah. So having the wood boards going all the way across it like that gives the metal something to stick to, because they're only so wide. And then
they're only 3 feet wide.
Yeah, so you'd need something. Otherwise, right there on
need
those
something.
seams, it's not sticking to nothing. You would only be sticking it to the top and the bottom part of the metal
Correct.
frame, and there'd be nothing in the middle.
There'd be nothing in the middle.
Which goats are destructive.
Yes. So
Headbutting it and fighting into it. And
whether or not this is going to hold good enough for the goats, that's a whole nother story.
yeah, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out real quick, but
I know it'll be great for the chickens.
yeah, like chickens ain't. Man, that thing's gonna be great for the chickens.
Yeah.
Heck of overbuilt for the chickens, but
And there is gonna be like an air vent
goats,
too.
it might be.
I guess maybe we didn't do a good enough job kind of explaining our idea, but I'll try. In the front, there's going to be like a little doggy door or a goat door / chicken door that they can just kind of come in and out of freely. That'll always be open. And then in the middle area, there's going to be like a barn door that we can kind of go in and out of. So that way
humans can go in and out of.
It'll be easy for us to walk in and out of with tools for cleaning and, all that. Along the back side that kind of faces where the direction of the horse trailer, that side I would like to have just like an open air vent right there, kind of just a hole in the metal going along the side, and then having like chicken wire over it so nothing can really get in there, but nothing too crazy, mostly just an air vent. And I think on the top peaks too, we're probably going to want some sort of air vent. We're
going to, but
yeah,
we're going to definitely have it air vented out.
Yeah.
I might do one of those like octagon type vents.
Yeah.
On the gable sides of them.
What I was going to say is I seen actually just online, right? Like on Amazon and stuff, you can get these independent solar powered fans to where you can literally just stick it right there in the hole, and then you put the little solar battery or the solar panel up on top of the roof, and it's all its own enclosed thing. So you don't need like an extra battery over here and all that stuff. It kind of works like how the solar fountain does down at the pond.
Yeah. It's an all-inclusive
It's an all-inclusive type thing. The panel is connected to a wire, and that just sits on top, but the fan itself has its battery inside it, and it's all good. So I think we might get some of those too, because some people were worried about the chickens being too hot in a metal building over the summer, but we should be putting them in the freezer before it gets to like the heat of it. And the goats, if they're hot, they'll get out. Yeah. They'll go outside. The chickens, you would like to think that the chickens would be smart enough to where if they're too hot that they would just get out too, but sometimes chickens aren't that smart. And they'll just sit there, especially when they get so fat.
Pretty much.
We'll definitely have some fans. I'm going to look into those solar fans. They're not very expensive. Yeah.
That's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be too bad down over there. And we might not, and it all really depends on how everything is. Once we get the metal up and we're in there and we're looking at it and we're feeling it and feeling temperature wise as we're doing it, right? Yeah. We might swap it around a little bit in there, right? It might be, all right, we're going to leave the bottom half completely open on the other side, right? Or have it in a way to where you can flip it down in like the winter time and open it and for the summer.
You can put some of it on hinges.
There's a lot of
maybe.
There's a lot of different ways that we can go about it, but I don't think that it's going to be that bad in that area, mainly because that particular spot is actually a lot more shadier than anywhere else on that bottom tier.
It is.
So I feel like it's going to be a perfect spot for all of that. And it's going to create more shade.
The building itself, too, when the sun gets to a certain time of the day, the building itself in the outside area for like the hot afternoon sun, that spot's going to have shade. And it's probably going to shade the chickens more, too.
It is going to shade the chickens more.
So, I think it's a win-win for all of them, I think it'll be good. I think it's going to be fine.
It's going to work out pretty good, I feel like. But there is we might have to change some things up on it, know. But in all reality-wise, for what we did and what we got planned out, I think it will work out.
And honestly, I don't think we're going to know either until we're doing it and we're using it. Because that's how most things go when you're just starting out, right? You build it, you figure it out. You do what you think is going to work best for your needs and the location. And
biggest thing is
make
airflow.
changes as needed.
Biggest thing is airflow. Right. So as long as they got airflow in there, they'll be good.
Yeah. And the rabbits, this summer, we're probably going to be building something. Well, not probably. I just don't know. The probably part is the timing. Is it going to be summer? Is it going to be before summer? When? Like when? Right? When? But we have plans to build a big shade covering type thing, or like a pergola type thing.
An enclosure.
Yeah.
For the enclosure.
An enclosure for their cages, basically. It's gonna give them another roof to where like the hot sun is gonna be beating on that roof. And yes, it's still gonna be hot because when it's hot out in Arkansas, it's hot. There's no escaping it. If it's hot, it's hot. We're gonna have to,
you know? The fan thing. We're gonna have to set up a couple down there.
I want like a more permanent one, and we could even inside their cages because I've seen them online. I was just skeezing around looking, and I've seen some to where they're smaller. And I'm even thinking, you know, where we have their little nipplers coming in, we can just cut another little hole right there and just stick the freaking vent of it right there inside that. And then because it's on a wire, you know what I'm saying? The panel part.
We can check those out.
And then that way each rabbit gets their own individual little fan. And if they're hot, they'll sit in front of it.
They bougie.
They bougie rabbits. I know, they're bougie rabbits. Get their own individual fan.
Dang. All right. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm down for whatever on that. But the main reason why I want to do an enclosure on the enclosure and whatnot is for the winter. When it comes down to like the freezing times and the watering system and everything, then I can actually sort of insulate that area.
Yeah, and the watering system will last a lot longer.
And it won't freeze on them. We won't have any issues of this or that. But
yeah, because we set it all up last year. And then as you guys know, we had to revisit it this year.
Yep.
Broken wires and stuff, getting all crusty and sunburnt and frozen, and you know, it happens. Maintenance, life on a homestead.
Life on a homestead, exactly.
Oh, the baby bunnies. Before we go, we are going to get running. But the baby bunnies, guys, unfortunately, I have some unfortunate news. I don't know why. I don't know why. They did not all pass. No. But one did, and I don't know why. Like, we had, how many were born? There were six born, and we have 5 left.
One out of that 6 was a runt.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the runt.
It was another one that looked super healthy and, like, good to go and was all fat and everything, and...
She called her.
Yeah.
So,
like, there's bite marks on its neck, so I know Mama did that.
Yeah.
Why did Mama do that? We haven't touched them. We haven't messed with them.
I don't know why. What happened? I mean, I didn't check to see if it was a male or female, but I don't know if I could tell at that point because of how early it is and everything. And that could be a thing as well, you know, because we did have that kind of an issue in a sense in Arizona, and it was mainly
that would like cull all the males.
And then we had one that would get all crazy with the females too. So it's. Either which way it goes, it's like, man, it could be.
I'm surprised she didn't like cull out the runt if she was going to cull any of them. You know, but the runt is still doing really good. It's still a runt.
No.
Like, it looks significantly younger and smaller than the rest of them. The rest of them, they've all got some fur going now.
Makes me wonder.
You can see their colors. I was right about the one. Maybe we'll show you guys tomorrow. But it definitely has like zebra stripes on it. It's so cute.
Yeah.
But... yeah, the runt is still runting.
Yeah, the runt is still runting.
You know?
But they're doing great. I mean, I went down there today, and I've got all the rabbit feeders and waterers and everything readdressed and everything, because we had 2 cages down there that I needed to readjust. I stole the one from Mama's cage to put back into the big Mama cage for this time frame, and we bought new watering system or new waterers
when you're out and about down doing outside stuff today, maybe set up that other side cage next to Mama.
Got it set up.
It's already done.
It's already done. That's what I was just saying. I've got all of the bunny cages all set up and ready. They've got watering nipplers. They've got their feeders on there. They've got it all set up, ready to go. The only thing I didn't do is throw the tiles in there.
sweet.
So they got some spot, but
I think sometime today or maybe at some point we're going to want to go over to Anthony and Roxa's and go get that baby bunny Nora. It's getting about time that they're weaning those too. So it's
it's that perfect time.
Yeah. Yay!
And we've got it marked on the calendar for when that nesting box is getting out and when we got to wean our baby bunnies.
And at that time, we'll put her in the other cage.
And we've also got it marked out for the baby chicks on when they need to go into the big hen.
Yeah, the Pecker Palace.
Yeah. And yeah. Then at that point, we'll move the turkeys into the nursery. Depending on their size, we might end up throwing them in with the chickens at that same time.
Yeah. Everybody's getting
because they're getting pretty big.
Yeah, everybody's getting
Those turkeys are massive in a sense.
I'm surprised at how much turkeys sleep, though. Honestly, they sleep so much. I wasn't expecting that. No. But I was telling Gary just this morning, I'm like, I think they sleep so much because they're growing so fast. Yeah.
They're
like,
already
takes all their energy to grow, so they're just like. Whoop.
They're already bigger than the baby chicks. Like. At first, I mean, they were tiny.
But they still don't have all their feathers and stuff. They're still puppy.
Not yet.
You know,
we're trying to wait another week or so before I try to go and throw them in the nursery with those guys. Yeah. But if they have if they get more feathers here in the next couple of days, man, shoot, I'm going to throw them out there. Yeah, get out. Get out. Get out. You're good. But those 9 over there are doing great. Yeah. They're nice and healthy, happy. They're jumping around.
Yeah, the one that was like trampled looking or whatever that we had to the side.
Perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine. Made it.
He's been in that. He's been in there
for a little while, right? A day or two, and then it perked right back up.
Yeah, he's back out there. He's been out there for 4 days roughly now. Yeah. And he's just one of the new ones are out there or whatever. Yeah. They're funny. Baby chickens are the funniest, I feel like.
You know what? That one brown chicken, too, is super nosy. That one's like investigator PI. That one's super duper nosy. And it stares you down. You know the one I'm talking about, too. That one chicken, we have one chicken that's like almost human. It's kind of creepy in a way. Like this one chicken, you go over there and it'll like come over to the fence and it stares you down, starts looking at you, but not in the normal chicken way. Like all the other chickens are like beep beep, walking around doing their thing, and this one just like is still checking you out. Like
that chicken's checking you out.
You could see a wheel turning in that chicken's head, but usually you don't see a wheel turning in any chicken's eyes. You look in their eyes and they just deep. But that chicken, you see the wheels turning. No, I don't know. Anyway, squirrel.
Anyway, right?
Squirrel. But yeah, guys, we're going to get rolling. I'm going to let Gary get off to town. We're going to have us a busy day. We've got so many different moving parts. And again, I'm sorry for that if it's confusing anyone. But we try to fill you in to the best of our ability. And
it confuses us sometimes, too. I'm not going to lie.
You might see the straight line if there's one. I don't know if there is or not. But
there's a straight line. There's a straight line somewhere.
Somewhere.
If you zoom out far enough, you'll see it. Yeah.
Look at the big
It's like
picture,
the Colorado.
guys.
It's like the Colorado border lines. You ever hear about that?
Yeah.
When they surveyed Colorado, they screwed up and they kept going like miles that way, and then they'd come back this way to get back to the point. And instead of refixing it by like the surveyors, they're like, whatever. I think it's got like 27 points or something like that to it. And like you don't see it. When you look at Nevada or like Colorado as a state, it looks like 4 sides, right? Yeah. It's got like 27 freaking jagged points or whatever.
You zoom really in. Yeah. That's interesting.
I don't know. I forget where I seen that on. But.
The more you know. Anyhow, yeah. We're going to run. Gary's going to go to town, go handle some business, get some animal food. Just zip in, zip out. No. I'm going to start resetting the house, getting things ready here. When you get done doing all your outside stuff, maybe we'll meet up and go draw some lines or stake some steaks or
something.
See what the day takes us.
We'll be getting into something.
Yeah, we're going to get into something. So I do have a video coming out today for you guys on Simple Life Reclaimed. You guys get to have a day in life with us.
Yep.
Yeah, we're taking you here, we're taking you there, we're having a good time. It's going to be posted on our main channel here in just a little bit, so notifications turned on. And we're filming. We're doing our thing. So we'll be having some more videos coming down the pipe for you guys really soon, hopefully with some more work updates and whatever else we got going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't yet subscribed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.